Hey guys, wow, it's been a good while since I put a video out. So I'm out here in the yard. I'm gonna be doing some work. We've just been having a lot going on. Mindy had a knee surgery, so she's been busy recuperating from that, doing PT, doctor's appointments, things like that. So it's hard for me to get started with projects out here. But anyway, so just kind of going over some things, tweaking the yard again to fit more. If you notice on this side of my yard, well, this is the side of the yard that gets the most sun, especially in the summertime. Now, it gets blocked off a little bit in the winter because the sun's lower down, but in the springtime, summertime, so 3/4 of the year we get mega sun here. So and that's why I had planted a banana tree down there so that I can get bananas every season without a problem. When I had them in the front, I would get bananas, but kind of late in the year because they're not getting enough sun like they're supposed to get. Now, I have one here that I planted too late in the season, but you see how nice and big it's getting, see? And it's probably going to put a flower out. It looks like it's getting ready to, actually. And but it's way too late in the season, so I'm not going to get bananas off of this. But next year, I'll definitely get bananas at the right time of the year because this is a part of the yard that gets sun constant. You know what I mean? So I put me a banana tree there, and I put one over here that I planted way too late, but that's okay as long as it gets rooted and I get a pup grow out of it. Everything's fine, and that'll be good for next year. So thinking about all that, and I had a guy come by the rest of my elderberry plants, and he was wanting to know, all the specs on it. I'm like, well, man, plant them in the sun because they need full sun. And I showed him mine over here that I planted. It doesn't get full sun. I get a few berries, but not much. But this is it here, and this is about all it's ever done, really. Hasn't done much. So thinking all that, I have my goji berries, and this is how they look back here, if you can see them. There they are. I got one here, and I got another one back there, and they flower. They grow a lot of green, and I get very few berries, and I know why. Because they don't get that much sun back here. So I want goji berries. And so I got some tweaking to do, right? So I figured out what I want to do. I'm going to plant. Now I'm going to leave those there in the front, and I'll probably deal with those. And I could use those. I could probably cut a bunch of cut a bunch of pieces off of it to make some more plants. And but they don't sell. I don't sell goji berries like crazy like you would think I do. But anyway, okay, this area here for the last several years has been my spot where I've been growing potatoes. Okay, well, I'm changing it because of this spot gets the sun that it gets. I'm gonna put I'm gonna plant me goji berry right here. Okay, so that'll get me down the side of my house. I have a plum tree all the way in the tree right here. It's a plum tree, which I got flowers on it right now. It's looking good. I'm gonna get some plums next year. I had a few last year. This is my loquat. No, this is a kumquat right here. And then I had lost my blackberries I used to have. Now, before I had the trees here, this was all blackberries. Well, we lost them a couple of years ago with a hurricane. So I got a new blackberry growing. It's doing good. So I'll probably get a few berries this year. Nothing great because it's still a young tree. I have my bay leaf tree right here. Then I'll have my goji berries, right? Raspberries, elderberry, and I have a lemon tree here. Then I'll have a banana tree there, and I have a mandarin. There's a mandarin tree right there. Now that tree used to be a lot bigger, but it went through a hurricane, and more than about half of it broke off. As you can see, like the main branch right there had broken off. So we got all this growing. It's really gonna, it's doing good. I think it's doing really good. So we have that. So anyway, so what I'm gonna work on today is clearing up that area where I used to plant my potatoes, and I'm gonna get the goji berries ready. Now, I plant potatoes in January, so we in December. So I have to fix up an area for my potatoes. So what I'm going to work on doing is tweaking the ground garden over here. Now, I hadn't done anything yet because, well, I'm going to start working on it. I got that to work on, and then this. So this finally is ready for me to pull up. I didn't want to pull it up because all of a sudden during the fall I had a cucumber plant grow here. We were getting cucumbers. Look, there's one. There's a little one right here. But I must have got, I don't know, 25 cucumbers off of this thing growing here. Well, it's dying now because we're getting cold weather now. But anyway, I want to take an area here, probably this corner right here, and I'm going to border it off and plant potatoes here. Okay? Because look, once I get this moved, I'm going to have a setup just like that right here. So I'll have 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 10 more pots to plant stuff, right? When the springtime comes, this is all broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, kale. All this stuff here is going to come up, and this is going to be where I'm going to do my tomatoes, right here. I'll continue to grow my peppers back here. And then I'll have this and this to grow other things for the springtime. Right now I can't think of the different things, but this is going to be where I'm going to do my tomatoes. So I have I have one of these things here, right, that I'll put up here, because in these small containers in the back here, I got 4 of them. I'm going to do cherry tomatoes on the back so I can tie them off on that. And then in here I'll be doing, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It might be too crowded to put, you know, that close together. So I might just, I got to figure it out, the way I'm going to lay it out. So I'm not going to have a tomato plant in every pot, okay? But what I am going to incorporate in there with my tomatoes is basil. Okay, so basil is something that I want to grow more of, for the simple fact, because I've been making my pesto, and we've been using it a lot, and really I discovered some things cooking with pesto that actually help bump up some quality in my cooking, really. Not that my cooking was bad, but it helps. So I got basil growing back here, as you can see. But I'll have this, because this is my little, this is the herb garden here, which doesn't look too good. I mean, I got the rosemary, which smells awesome. I got some mint growing over here, and which I want to start incorporating in my comfrey salve. Okay, so anyway, I have some timbers laying down here. I got you can see I got this one here. I got a 4x4 post there. I have another 4x4 post right there, and I have one right there. So that's going to give me what I need to border me off a section here and fill this in for my potatoes. Okay, so since I'm not going to do my tomatoes out here, I got room to do that. So I'm going to do my potatoes here. My arch I'm going to take down and I'm going to move it to come this way on this one hill right here. So I probably won't keep it as thick, or maybe I will. I have to see how that works out. But I'm going to make it come this way and do my cucumbers there, or maybe not do my cucumbers and do something else, maybe like cantaloupe or something, because I can, after seeing what happened here in this thing with this cucumber plant, well, I could always run me an arch over here, right, and grow some cucumbers in one of these, because that's all going to be empty for the spring, or you know, going into the summer. So I'll probably still be having some of that for the spring, beginning of the spring. But that's my salad bar right there. Okay, so anyway, this is going to be open for the cucumbers and whatever else. In here I'll be able to put some eggplant, growing some eggplant and some okra and stuff. And instead of taking up a whole section here, I can take and move this way to my potato patch, right, and grow cucumbers or cantaloupe, whatever I'm going to grow here. That'll leave just 2 whole rows, well, not whole, 1 whole row there, and probably a row to wherever I'm going to fence, you know, box this off. That'll be available to grow stuff. So that's the tweaking I'm going to be working on starting today. To get see, I got some goji berry plants here for sale, but I've been having them for so long, people have been buying them. So here's a nice one here. I'm probably going to plant, like plant 2 of them, and yeah, I'll get 2 of them planted over there. That way I can start getting goji berries, because I get very, very few goji berries. Guys, if you have you're doing some backyard homesteading, you might have things set like you like it, and but if you're trying to fit more, you always have to tweak, and so that's what I'm doing now. So I thought I had everything kind of laid out where I was going to get my goji berries, but it's not working out there. So in the front food forest, I will eventually be taking those up. Or maybe I could just leave them there to grow. Let's be some green growing in the yard there. Maybe it might be good to leave it. I don't know. But we are going to get this little section situated. Now I'm going to use a tomato stand to plant it in, so that it gives it something to help the bottom to grow up, and then it can arch over. Same thing, like that's what I did with my blackberries, right? So I just take the, as the branches start growing out, when I get long enough where I can hook them in the cage, and I'll have all that coming up and then branching out as you know, the best I can. I mean, I know it's not going to be perfect, you know. Now I wish I would have done that with this raspberry. I got this raspberry planted in the ground, and I wish there was something different going on here. I hadn't gotten raspberries yet. Hopefully this will be the year. They did grow like crazy last year, but I didn't get no berries. Now, if I don't get no berries, I'm probably going to dig it up and maybe start again with something, you know. But anyway, berries are something that you want to have on your property, guys. You know, I have in the front, every year I get thousands of mulberries. I get hundreds and hundreds of blackberries, blueberries, right? I have one huckleberry tree, bush. I get huckleberries, not too many, but I do get them. See, here's my blueberries. I'm down to, I got four blueberry plants right here. And they all look good. They're getting new growth on them and all. They're looking good. This in the pots is my calamundins, and they're full of little small oranges. This is another kumquat, And this is my loquat, man. It's full of, it's probably going to be starting to get it flowered. I got a bunch of, I guess they're going to be fruit. See it? I got it all over the tree. You can see how the flowers died off, and now we're going to be getting the fruit. So this is the first year that this tree's doing that. I got a fig tree over here. That's my mulberry back there. And this is sugarcane, which I need to harvest this. I need to cut it down yesterday, really. And I do have a pomegranate sitting in here, right there. This tree right here, and doesn't have any leaves on it, so I don't know if it made it or not. I got to check it out, see if it's alive or dead. But I have 2 more pomegranates on this side of the yard over here, and one's doing really great because it's out where it gets more sun. See it right here? It's doing really well. It gets a lot of sun, so it's doing real good. This one still has green on it. It's not looking as good, and he's getting a lot of sun right now, but it doesn't get a lot of sun all the time. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that's going. That's that elderberry that's actually doesn't do too well right here because it gets look, in the summertime, this tree in my neighbor's yard gets full. It blocks everything, and it even affects my plum tree. I know I'm not getting enough plums on it because of that big old tree blocking a lot of the sun, but it does get quite a bit of sun still. So so guys, you got to tweak your yard if there's more stuff you want to grow. So this actually gives me how many berries? The mulberries, the blueberries, goji berries, the huckleberry, blackberries, raspberries. That's 7. Elderberries, 8. That's 8 different berries I had. I used to have strawberries, which I had the thought of getting back into the strawberries because they did good for years. I got rid of them because they were small, and I want to get a variety of a bigger strawberry. So that might be something that I might kick back up, get that going again as a strawberry patch. Now, wherever I do the strawberry patch, that don't get changed out with the seasons. That grows and stays growing all the time. Okay, because you have it time where it's making fruit, and you have time where it's growing more plants, and that would also be good for me to sell those, and I could show that they're big strawberries. So I want to kind of get into that. I'm ordering me some seeds for some big strawberries that'll grow here in zone 9, and I'll just have to figure out my layout, how I want to do it, you know. Might be the new section here, might be this section, because I always have to think ahead anyway too, because like right here, my salad bar is usually right here. This year it's here, and so I gotta think ahead on all this. I gotta have it laid out, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So I want to have the strawberries. I don't want to grow them in the ground. I like growing them up. So that's where I'm at with that, guys. So I'm gonna be figuring out that soon too. So anyway, today what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and get my old potato patch cleaned out and get the goji berries planted. Get that done. By that time, I'll probably have to go get Mindy from a PT, and then when I get back, I'm gonna start to make my border. Pull back the black paper in the ground garden. Make my border where I want to put my potato patch, and fill it in. And so I got a lot of compost in my chicken coops. Now, some bad news on the chickens, guys. I don't have any more chickens. All my chickens are gone. I had to do that for financial reasons. I just couldn't afford to keep feeding them. I wasn't making the money that I used to make back here in my on my homestead here. I'm just not making the kind of money that I was making before. So temporarily, it might be a temporary thing, and it might not. It might be something that I never go back to doing. I don't really know yet. Okay. So anyway, no chickens, but I have all the compost from them that I get to use this year, and see, that's going to create something that I had a problem. Let's say that I've never had for many years. Is now I'm not going to have chicken manure to make my compost now, because that's what I've been using for years for all my mud, my soil is chicken manure. So I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm down to I don't know, 5 or 6 quail, and 1, 2, 3, 4, I got 5 quail, because I had problems with excuse me, I had a rat problem going on, and they were actually getting under here and reaching through the hardware wire and grabbing a hold of them, I guess, and eating their feet, holding them down, started eating them. And when I'd lift up the dead bird, it'd be all eaten out underneath. So I want to keep the quail, and I want to use that and start multiplying my quail again. So that's what I'm going to start getting this going. But I need to redo my cages, and I know now I got to do something, because see the way they would, see I got this board right here, see they would crawl in through here, they come up here and crawl in, and they would eat my quail, and this was the problem I was having with my baby chickens over the compost pile. I had a cage over there, and something was killing the chickens. Well, I'm realizing now it's rats. So I have cats here to take care of the problem, but it's not really working. So my old shop here is closed off. The cats can't get in there, and that's where the rats pretty much live at. And so I put some poison in there, and I used to keep the rat problem under control with rat poison in there, and no other animals could get in there. No cats, dogs, or nothing, so I could put poison out. The rats would eat it. I keep it under control. So to cut back on doing that, I decided, let me get some cats. Well, it's not working with the cats apparently. Okay, so I got some poison. I put poison in there, and I haven't seen any evidence of rats in the last couple of days since I put the poison out. So I'm just going to have to keep doing that. You know, when you have animals, you're going to have rats and mice, and you just don't want, now being in the backyard, all of that's kind of close to your house. You know, when you're on a farm, the animals and everything's a good distance from the house, so it's not, the rats are not getting in your house, they're staying out there. Well, here I don't want them getting in my house, it's too close. So I can't let the rat problem get out of hand. I got to keep it under control. So I think I have it under control now. There's Cleo. There's one of the cats. Hey, Cleo. And not doing her job because she's become our baby instead of a farm cat. Hi, girl. She hears there's some roofers across the street. She hears them. She's scared of everything. She's not supposed to be scared of everything. She's supposed to help me out here. And but anyway, okay, I'm gonna get to work on starting this, guys. So this is tweaking the backyard again some more. Okay, so Okay, guys. All right, well, that's one job down right there. Beautiful. So that's a goji berry. Now, I didn't go all the way back to the fence because this thing grows wild. So I kind of put it more to the middle, a little bit to the back, because it's going to come way out here. It's going to fill this whole area up, really. I'll just have to try to keep it trimmed because I don't want it affecting, you know, my bay leaf tree or the raspberry. So I mean, they got plenty of room here to make a lot of berries. I just have to keep an eye on it and keep it trimmed, you know. All right, so the next thing what I'm going to work on is fixing my potato patch. what I'm going to plant there, I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but I think I'm going to do melatones. So tomorrow, Saturday, they have a farmer's market in 3 parishes over, 3 counties over, let's say, in the next parish, but 3 counties. And I'm going to go see a guy, and he sells them. And he sells them, and he has them in a little pot, and he has them started. So I want to get at least 1, but maybe 2, and grow my melatones in here. Now, it may not look like a big space, but that's 8 feet. Right under 8 feet, actually, it is. Oh no, it's actually a little over 8 feet. So it's 8 feet. I mean, low. I'm in the backyard. I'm not on a farm. I don't have a bunch of acreage. I'm just in a really regular city-sized backyard. This is what I have to do. So this is a way that I'm going to utilize more room here, because see, before I had it running that way, and so I couldn't plant nothing at all in that middle section. So so this is going to free up that section and that whole end. So I think it's giving me a little bit more planting room, okay? And then this is going to stay more, you know, that first row is going to get blocked out after 2-3 o'clock, like in the summertime, the spring and the summer, especially in the summer when the days are longer. It takes about 3 o'clock before this starts getting shade by this last row. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna plant there, and it gets affected by that. It don't produce as much. But this will be on this side where it can produce a lot. Now the bushes and all back there, I'm gonna work on cutting a lot of that out the way, because I don't want all of that growing onto this trellis, because it will. That's why I was pulling all the old dead stuff off from before. Just vines and stuff grow around here, you know. I'm going to try to clear as much as that back as I can on that fence. There's an orange tree in there that I planted years ago that never really done anything. I think I got oranges 1 year. And it was after I dug up the roots and I was trying to pull the tree out, cut it and everything, and then I couldn't get it out. So I left it. Well, it grew back, all branches and everything, and it got apples the next year. Well, I've never done it ever since then. So anyway, I think I'm going to cut that down. I'm going to cut all that down there. Keep that open so none of that's growing on my trellis, you know. So anyway, now the mud area here, I'm going to spread that out some, and I want to keep that middle hill, and I got to figure that out, how that's not really going to work. Melatones, that might affect whatever I grow there, because the melatones grow wild. So I mean, it's going to be an experiment this year what I'm going to do with that. I might have to designate all of that for this, you know. I don't know, but at least I got me my potato. Well, I'm gonna do my potatoes. Now I'm gonna do my melatones, and now I got a row and a half, if not a row and a half, definitely a whole row still that I can plant some other things on. So, so that's it, guys. That's the trellis. And now the 4x4s were 6.5 feet, and I dug down, I guess about 1.5 feet, because from the top of this frame to the top, I got 5 feet on both sides. Okay, so and then these panels are 42 inches by 7 feet, and I have 3 of them hooked together, overlapping them just one section, make it the overlap, and I use these little clips, and I'll try to find a video and link it how I did all that, and you can see. You can get all that from Tractor Supply. And then I went ahead and used drywall screw with a washer to hold this to it. So I got 2 here, 3 here, and 3 on the other side, I believe. Yeah, 3 over here. And then I'm putting that board in the middle. That's what made the whole thing nice and sturdy and strong. So. All right, so I'm going to go get my pole saw. I don't commence cutting all this down. I want to get rid of this junk here. All right, guys, if you got anybody that's that you know that wants to start growing, and they in the back little city backyard, and they say, oh, I need to move, I need more land. Hey, I hear that all the time from people, and then when they come back here and they see all that I'm doing back here, they get blown away. And I even have people that have a lot of land, when they see this, it helps them get vision of what they need to do. Like, to me, it's just, I'm just trying to get everything to fit in here, you know. But anyway, man, share my videos with them. Maybe I can help them out some kind of way with the videos. I got a bunch of videos, you know. You can't just watch the newer ones. You got to go back where I was doing a whole lot of stuff. Now I'm not doing as much. Everything's kind of almost caught up back here. But every time I do tweak something, I am going to show it to you. And look at this, man, all the kale growing around the banana tree here. I planted down here. Kale and Swiss chard. Doing good. There's my comfrey coming out, looking good. My carrots growing really great. Now over here, something's eating all my my broccoli and my cauliflower plants. Now all my cabbage is still there and my kale's there. And then this is my salad bar. Everything's here. I did have a broccoli growing right here, and I ate that. I think it's rats. I think rats, and I think I got the rat problem under control now. But I think that's what it was, because it seemed like if it was something bigger than a rat, they would have broke the branches off. These are chewed down, almost like how rats chew, you know. They chew. Look at my lettuces, that are doing good. I got to harvest that. Arugula lettuces, and my spinach is doing good. And now next I'm going to start tearing this down and getting this all set up and ready, because I got to get some more lettuces and spinach and stuff planted over here while we still got the right kind of weather for it, you know. So all right, guys, see you guys on the next video. Be blessed. Okay, all right, bye.